Test, test, test.
This is Cousin Jack. This land is barren and broken, scarred like the face of the moon. Our tongue no longer spoken, the towns all around face ruin. Will there be work in New Brunswick, or will I find gold in the Cape? If I tunnel way down to Australia, how will I ever escape? Come on. Where there's a mine or a hole in the ground, that's where I'm headed for, that's where I'm bound. Look for me under the load or inside the vein. Where the copper and clay and the arsenic and tin, running your blood to get under your skin. I'm leaving the county behind, and I'm not coming back. So follow me down, Cousin Jack. Soil was too poor to make it. Granite and sea left no choice. No visions of heavens to stay low. When John Wesley gave us a voice. Could Joseph once come to St. Michael's Mount? 2,000 years passed in a dream, and you're working away in the darkness, deep in the heart of the sea. Where there's a mine, come on. Where there's a mine or a hole in the ground, that's where I'm headed for, that's where I'm bound. Look for me under the load or inside the vein. Where the copper, the clay, where the arsenic and tin, running your blood to get under your skin. I'm leaving the county behind, and I'm not coming back. So follow me down, Cousin Jack. Follow me to Canada, America, South Africa, Australia. Where there's a mine or a hole in the ground, I'm leaving the county. Must I leave my town? Camel, Red Roof, Lawson, Wadebridge, Aston, Port Isaac. Remember us, remember our names, remember the white cross on the black flag. Yeah. And the waves crash to the shoreline. I dream, I dream. I dream of a bridge across the Tamar. It opens us up to the east. In my dreams, I see the English living in our houses. I see the Spanish fishing in our sand. Where there's a mine or a hole in the ground, that's where I'm headed for, that's where I'm bound. Look for me under the load or inside the vein. Where the copper and the clay, where the arsenic and tin run in your blood, they get under your skin. I'm leaving the county behind, and I'm not coming back. So follow me down, cousin Jack. Come on, follow me down, cousin Jack. Yeah, follow me down.
Good morning, Minecraft. Wandering Beekeeper here. How you doing? We are up. We are Minecrafting. We are Neo Greg v1.5.1 into part 3. More steam, more electricity. Actually, we are about to leave low voltage for medium voltage, LV for MP, which in Greg Tech is a bloody great step. And you know what? Let's just get straight on into it. And here we are. All right. Same crafting station as before. I still don't have AE. I'm supposed to get it in MV. We'll see how that goes. Let's bring up the quest book. Go over to low voltage where I am right now. I've got very little to do. The big thing I'm working on right now is the LV superconductor. I need to make manganese. Let me drill into this and get the necessary thing here. We have to go to the mixer under program 1 and mix phosphorus and manganese and get manganese phosphide. Once I have manganese phosphide, I can then melt it into ingot and extrude it into wire. To do that, I need the extruder. I didn't build an extruder. And if I remember correctly, MV was it? Advanced extruder. We sincerely hope at no point you made the LV extruder. I don't know if I actually have to make it. I think I can get away without it. I believe, yes, I can use the wire mill, which I already have and have been using extensively. It goes on program 1 with manganese phosphide ingots. I just need the bloody manganese phosphide, and to get that, I need to run phosphate through the electrolyzer. Now, been a few advances here. We're going to talk about them, and part of it is, okay, there's nothing going on in here. I'm going to need to let that wind down. As a matter of fact, I'm going to take the fuel from these boilers, and I'm going to let them wind down. That's the low pressure, and I don't even use it. This is the low voltage, low pressure steam oven, and I'm about to knock this down and use this pump here for a much higher pressure boiler, and I'm going to open this up and put my next thing in here because this is just a waste of space at this point. So I'm going to do a tear down here in a minute. Okay, the big line is still going in the high pressure steam boilers. We've seen this before. And what I'm doing at this point, I've got well, this thing's going on. Who knows what the hell is going on? Naquada at this point. Everything goes to the thermal centrifuge. And there is room for a song about that to the tune of Everybody's Got a Water Buffalo, but I'm not risking an IP violation. Capitalism destroys art. Okay, the oil washer is full, but I'm deliberately leaving it full so that it does not draw power because I'm trying to get this battery buffer up over 300 before I do the next thing. The next thing needs to be the electrolyzer running the phosphate dust. Okay, everything goes into here and it is loaded up as we can see. And if we head over here, I fired this thing up for the first time. That was a thing and a half. And let's go on and fire it up here. Give me a minute here. Let me show you. I'm going to make one aluminum ingot. Oh, and it is very specifically in this world aluminium. The I is supposed to be there. The chemical ending doesn't make sense without it. So get used to aluminium. Big guy here is running lots and lots of coal dust, just inhaling the stuff really. I've got it throttled down to 40%, which gives me 320 millibuckets per tick of steam, which is enough to keep all 4 of these turbines spinning. They will occasionally stop for just a heartbeat while they reset. But part of it's the lack of power draw, and there's about to be a lot more. This is full, and it's about to not be so full, because I'm going to fire this beast up. This is the electric arc furnace. Massive multi-block, took forever to build, and it turns aluminium dust into aluminium ingot and lights up in a somewhat terrifying way. Using 120 EU per tick. That is actually MV. This is an MV machine. And it is going to suck this down like a milkshake. Look at him go, look at there, whoops. Watch it, Universal Music Group is always listening, and they are a huge bag of dicks and love to shut people down. They're continuing to have a thing with Poland. I don't know what is going on between the Polish music industry and Universal Music Group, but it is definitely antagonistic. Universal Music Group keeps blocking Polish artists from having their videos seen in other countries due to licensing grounds, and all I can think of is the Poles just aren't willing to pony up the blackmail for the Universal Music Group leg breakers that have been sent around. And so we got a Universal is punishing Poland by blocking their artists because Poland ain't willing to pay up. I mean, it's a protection racket. The analogy I'm drawing should be very clear. Universal Music Group is a protection racket. Be a shame if something happened to your art and your revenue stream that you depend on to live on, wouldn't it? You need to pay up in advance so that nothing happens. Yeah, well, something happened. They're making an example. They're making an example out of Poland. I'm bloody fucking tired of it, so I'm being a bitch about it. Lordy, lordy, lordy. This thermal is so loaded up. There's only 4 slots available. Trying to transfer stuff over. I did a bunch of, I tried to get a bunch of grindy stuff done earlier in the week. Oh, hey, this is done already. Boom, we have an aluminum ingot. And it took that down a little bit, but it's back up already because the big boy here is cranking these like no tomorrow. Okay, which is why I have a thermal centrifuge and a macerator over there, and why the macerator over here isn't running. Because this is low voltage. I'm just not able to carry enough amps out to the end here to really run all this. So I'm going to take this and this off of here, and I'm going to shorten the cable by 2 units. And we'll pack that away over here. Put our centrifuge and our assembler in here. We're going to need them. Make no mistake. Oh, that coal dust needs to go into the boiler. I'm not carrying around coal dust. Shame on me. Let's get that story in there. And I could take 4 units out of here. Let's just take the appetite for that and move it over here. The idea being to shorten the runtime a little bit. I need to be able to go on and run the phosphate. This is an extremely grindy mod pack, in case you had not figured that out already. Pardon, that snuck up on me and I couldn't get to the mute button quick enough. Okay, we are at 282. Fuck it, it's close enough. Here we go. We're going to electrolyze the phosphate. Now that is going to produce phosphorus. It's also going to produce oxygen. The oxy is immediately disappearing because I've got a steel drum back here capturing it that is going to fill up on me. I got to go make a steel drum, and then I got to tear down that damn oven. ADD. My ADD and my OCD are fighting each other again. Okay, drum. Let us get a drum made before we run out of capacity. We'll need to make 2 long steel rods. And clear the grid. Always clear the grid. Just a good habit to be in. Clear the grid. Here is another steel drum made that I can stash oxy in. Already got one full. Setting up by the arc furnace, if I recall correctly. Yeah, that full of oxy right there, 64. Alright, that's just going to be chugging. And this, whoops. I don't know why I'm right-clicking on these things. I get all the information just from looking at them. I'm not quite used to that. There's an engineer's goggles effect here, and I'm not quite used to it. Alright, we got 2 openings in the macerator box. That could be a good thing. Let's come over here and see how we're doing. We're actually not doing too bad. Oh, we stopped because we ran out of room for oxy. Not a problem. We'll pick this one up. Okay. And there it is. Right. One of these. Which one? This one's got the oxy in it. There we go at the top. Okay, this is the empty. We'll put our empty down, pop, it'll automatically connect to the pipe and start tamping off the oxy and letting the electrolyzer get back to work. Electrolyzer does not have fancy front effects. Okay, we're down to not enough phosphate to run already. Let's just grab more phosphate and drop it in and drop it in and let it run. Because what I'm working toward, I had some phosphorus. Where did I put it? What did I do with my damn phosphorus? There it is. I already had 12 here. So I need another, what, 52? Sitting here looking at the basic canner. Sorry. There we go. It does have colored lights on the front when it's running. I was incorrect about that. It just wasn't running because I hadn't reloaded it. So we get some fancy little lights here. And we're about to stop again. We have 12, we have 25, and did we fill up our drum already? Holy cats, we filled another drum. Okay, well, I guess I go get... Oh, that's why I was carrying coal dust. I need to do a refuel run on that. Okay, y'all have heard the phrase, feed the beast. Well, this is kind of, I think, part of where it originates. There is a beast to be fed. 1, 2, 3. Grab 3 of these. And we'll go make another steel drum. We'll be able to start a band at this rate. Oh, lordy. Alright, that's 2 drums made so far. And we're already backed up. So let's go on and just chunk that in and let it start draining down. And in the meantime, I'm going to go through and do some fueling here. And just make sure that all these are kept topped up. Because... as you see, there is no steam built up in them. It's all going to the 3 turbines, which I placed badly. I can't put more turbines in there because the exhaust fans would be blocked and they'd quit working. I don't know. It's a bad design, and I need to actually... Oh, shit. There's a hot pipe there. Yeah, a little reminder. Okay, I need to cook down some more phosphate. How am I doing here? 230. It's not hurting me too bad. Oh, I've only got 40 phosphate. Alright, well, we'll drop in the phosphate, and the phosphate's going to be somewhere in there. We need to knock off with the Naquadah. I'm going to pull this tricalcium phosphate, and we're going to switch over to doing that. Got it in the hopper so it can pull straight through from the barrel. There we go. And now we're switched over and we're putting out phosphate dust. Could have done that earlier. Shame on me. There are a lot of things going on here. Alright, you're working on... Well, you're making molybdenum, which is really interesting, actually, but I kind of want... Yeah, that's ground bentonite. That's not tricalcium phosphate. I don't have any tricalcium over here, do I? No, I've got a lot of interesting shit, but I don't have what I'm really, wanting to cook right now. And I need to see what kind of room's in the macerator barrel because it's needed. All right, I got two. Take what I can get. Pop out this kyanite, which I believe gives me aluminium. Okay, coal has been done, and I will drop the tail into here because it needs it. Alrighty. I could go on and start cooking phosphate, start cooking my manganese phosphide. Let's go on and do this. And we are set to program 1. Is that it? Why isn't it going? Manganese and phosphorus. Check the recipe. When in doubt, check the recipe. Walk over to somewhere a little more quiet for a second. And let's go to the quest book. When in doubt, go to the quest book. Tasks. I need this, which I get from that by wire milling this, which I get from smelting that, which I get in the mixer on program 4. There's my problem. Had the mixer programmed incorrectly. Okay. We set to program 4. Confirm. Manganese dust. Phosphorus dust, and we're going. There we go. We are producing. And we have product. I have manganese phosphide. Okay. This is not running. Only the mixer is running in addition to the thermal. We are dropping pretty hard. Oops. I keep forgetting and hitting escape to get out of the dialogue, and there is no dialogue to get out of. Alright, I'm going to pull the phosphorus, which will bring this to a halt at the end of the cycle. When it goes to reload, it will simply stop. There we go. Cool beans. Let the system recover a bit. I don't want to run this down that low. So, gonna let this run for a while. I'm outrunning my steam production capability here. This line has, it was a valiant try, but it's not a good design, and it needs to be torn down and something with more oomph put in, like one of these, or maybe a big steel boiler. But then I got to start thinking about liquid fuels, because this thing is inhaling coal dust at a frightening clip and is about to inhale a whole fuck of a lot more, because I'm about to turn up this electric blast furnace here and make a manganese phosphide ingot. This takes a while. I don't know, I keep saying that. This is Greg Tech. Everything takes a while. Manganese phosphide obtained. Check this. It's at 211. I'm going to let it tick up just a little longer and riff for time. Okay. Getting phosphate, just we don't have very much yet, and I really want it there to be a lot more before I do a pickup. Clean out the stone dust. There is a use for it. Save everything. I mean, this is Minecraft. Don't toss out anything, lordy. I've had to build another whole storage drawer unit just to hold all the different dusts produced by the work I'm doing here. There's my stone dust, and you can see it's running pretty heavy already. This is pretty well empty, which is good because that was all stuff waiting to go to the ore washer. It is on hold right now because I'm running the thermal centrifuge, and it's a bit of a beast. Replacing these with higher capacity batteries wouldn't help. It's the power supply downstream that I'm about to go smack, because I'm about to go use the wire mill. Here's our wire mill, and I'm going to check the recipe before I try it, because let's go on and check the recipe. Thank you. The wire mill. It wants program 1 with an ingot. So we are on program 1, and I drop in my ingot, and I have manganese phosphide wire. Quest completed. Thank you, Great Tech, for not having the toast noise, because it would be going off a lot. Okie doke. I have successfully made manganese phosphide wire. This is a superconductor. There is no loss. It has no resistance. There is no loss, amperage loss over distance. It also does not have to be insulated and can be touched without danger, at least according to here. They also won't damage you when you touch them. This makes them the best choice for wiring, if not a little expensive. So yeah, good time to replace your crappy tin cables. Recycle them in the packager. Okay. The tin cables, are going to need to be redone, but yeah, I'm going to need to make an awful lot of this stuff, which is kind of pricey. But that gets me, I've already completed the step to MV. This is the step over to MV, the big gear symbol. This is a complex map, yes. Small gear symbols are milestones, and then there's some other stuff like, some featured items. But what I've got left here is there is a construction core. I'm going to have to make construction foam. That's going to be a thing. This is the World Accelerator. Tick accelerate any tile entities around it. Oh, lordy. Oh, Great Tech machines are blacklisted from tick acceleration. Can nuke your power system. Can cause your boiler to explode because it outruns the water supply. All sorts of things could happen. Yeah, and I don't think I want to do that. That's an optional hanging out there, and I'm just going to leave it hanging out there. And this thing looks interesting, and I may want to come back to it, but especially if it requires it later. But soldering alloy I've got to do at some point. This Oh, mixer, I need tin and lead on program and antimony on program 3, and I could do that. Let's just make, I've got all those metals, I just need to make sure I've got the dust for them, and that means I need to go check the wall of dust. Let us go first to the electric blast furnace, and let's tap off a bit more power this time. I'm going to just run all 5 of them. Boom. This is going to take a couple minutes. Do not expect speed from Greg Tech. While that's running, I'm going to go look for tin, and it was tin, lead, and antimony. I have tin, I don't have very much. I will need more tin dust. I now have a use for the macerator over here. Alright, how are these doing? They're going to be going cold on me. I'm going to need to fuel them up. So let's fuel those back up. Grab a stack of coal dust. So much coal dust. So much coal mining. I have spared you, the viewer, rather a lot of grinding and done very lots of mining off stream. I need to put a stack of tin in that macerator. Boom. 10. There we go. 10 ingot. Come on, come on. Gotta readjust how I'm sitting. My shoulder's bugging me. There we go. We'll get that going. That'll take a little while. These are heating up. Give them time. That one's boiling water. Alright, we got a little steam being produced here, which should be cool. Alright, we need to tear that down. Still on my mind. This is on my mind more. Okay, we are just fine there. We have 2 left to go in. We're on number 3 here. And have hauled that down to 613. Whoop-de shit. While I'm here, not much. None. Okay. Move on. How's this doing? We're up to 247. Fantastic. I needed over 300 before I remove that, and I want to do that at the end of the stream. Let's go on and make 1, 2, 3. Oh, Leary. 3 more manganese phosphide. And we do parcel out my energy supply. It does not seem possible to overbuild my power generation. So I need to think bigger for the next one here. That's going, this is going, let's get this out and start tearing this down. Shit. It's got steam in it. Don't tear it down from a distance. All right. If I switch that off, it should switch off only this pump. There we go. Okay, that stops just this pump. All right. I don't know if I'll have another use for some of this stuff or not, but it needs to be pulled down. It's just in the way. I used it briefly when I first built it, but at the time I did not have a need for that much smelting. The standard vanilla Minecraft auto feed furnace was working just fine. Ugh. Let's see, I do have a couple of high pressure solid fuel boilers which could be useful. I don't know, maybe I can use them for something else. I'm thinking I need to get the packager set up and start reprocessing some of this. Where is my package? I do have a packager, right? British packer, here it is. I do have a packer. Packerssuck.com. Let's see. I'm going to pull out the autoclave because I haven't used it in like I don't know, a string of blue moons. And I'm going to sit the packer down there and see if I can recover some shit. Because I got an awful lot of shit here. Let's see about... I mean, this thing is really low level. It's not going to work real well. It's a steam level item, and I'm past that at this point. I want to take this steam machine casing and try and unpack it and see what happens. Look over here, check in on these. This is now boiling water. It's got steam up. That's got steam up, which means that this is chugging along, and we got 28 tin dust raw. Pull that out, bring it over, and drop it here. And the tin dust was here. I needed to make sure I had lead and antimony, and I got distracted and ran off. I'm looking for lead and antimony. Antimony. Don't have enough. Need to go put some in. Don't have any lead. Need to go put some in. Okay. Useful to know. Run back to here, and I have... Let's see, where's my antimony? There it is. Antimony. That, I'm going to need to be processing for that. I think I am. I've got so much backlog in the... There's my lead. Oh, ding. I've got so much backlog in the thermal centrifuges that I do not remember what all I am working toward. It's going to be kind of a surprise package coming out. I'll have to wait and see what shows up in the barrel. Okie doke, how we doing here? We are... Ooh, we're about to have to get more coal dust. This has finished, however, and I got 5 more of these. And that is already charged back up. Son of a gun. Son of a biscuit. Yeah, the big guy there is way outrunning the my power needs. And Unless I start smelting like large amounts of aluminium, and then it gets like a little hairy. We're at 239. That is close enough. I want to go on and get this wire made. Boom. There we go. Now I got 12. And that didn't have any noticeable effect. Cool beans. Let us go 1, 2, 3. Pull these out. Take them over here and drop them in. And just let it rip. Alright, now I was going to set up the packer. I did set up the packer. I was going to try putting the steam machine casing in it and see if it did anything useful. So here's our packer, and let's just drop that in and see if it does anything. Steam machine key. Can I unpack it? Casing. Steam machine casing. Right click it. Crafting, automated shape crafting. Nope, it has to be either plasma scrapped or part ground. And I could put it in a macerator and get bronze and brick dust out of it. And that seems like a fair deal. I'm going to go drop it in a macerator. Another 6 of these, and how are we doing on power? We're at 210, kapop. We went down by 30 right there, boom. Okay, I'm going to take this, and I'm going to drop this into the macerator. And get bronze and brick dust back out. We are working on tin dust. It's going to be a little while. Parallelization is a concept that is introduced in the quest book at one point. There's a whole tutorial on it. And it really does become a necessity to start thinking about it. I got to quit farting around with these one-offs and what looks like some inventor working in a cave, and get on to something a little more serious. I need to get a gosh almighty steam shovel going here, as Stephen King once said, and I need to rip out a bunch more space. Welcome to the steel drill. Whoosh. Alright, how far that way can I go? Maybe 1. So small is there. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And I could go 2. Get rid of my dark spots there. Not that I'm particularly concerned. I am, as the GregTech on-pack recommends, in peaceful mode at this point. Alright, let's clean this up. Now, how far back do I want to go, and how far back can I go without running into some shit? I can probably go back a little ways. I am going to run into that area there where I mined out. That's not necessarily a bad thing, having an open area up above. Let's go on and rip into it another 3. Shibba jibby. Oops. Okay, that's a little bit of a problem. Let's get the drainage here dealt with here. Where's that coming from? Boogers. That's coming from up there. Let me trace this. I have some water here that I was not previously aware of. And I'm just going to destroy that source block. Screw that. There. Shut that off at the source. One of the great bugaboos of mining. Water. Run into it at the damnedest moments. Okay. That's opened up a bigger space, but I don't think this is going to be large enough. I really don't. Stick a torch there, a torch there, and I'm going to come back to this in a minute. I need to run the machines here. This one has completed the tin and is working on the lead. Brilliant. Let's get rid of this cobble that I am carrying. And pick up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whoops, little game stutter. Little game stutter. We're good, we're good. It's all good. And go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whew. That thing takes up a lot of juice. Dump in our next 6 here. I'm getting awful casual about using the arc furnace here. I'm going to have to start really watching my power consumption, or I'm going to overrun myself. If nothing else, this one does, yeah, see, there's where the impact is showing up. This is the secondary box. It does not charge up until the primary, which is connected to the electric blast furnace. I keep saying arc furnace. It's not an arc furnace. It's an electric blast furnace. The electric arc furnace is sitting down here with an oxygen tank sitting next to it and a mushroom growing on it because I haven't done anything with the damn thing. Apatite dust. Apatite dust has phosphate in it. I bet I could get phosphorus out of it. Apatite dust, apatite dust, apatite dust. If I took it to the electrolyzer, I would get phosphorus and calcium. And I would get chlorine, which is real interesting. Very interested in that. Yeah, uraninite dust. Don't touch it. Just don't touch it. I've got the face mask. I've got the gloves. I've died of leukemia twice already. It's getting to be a thing here. Okay. Oh, phosphate. I was cooking phosphate to make phosphorus. How's my Oxy 42 here? How's my output here? I've got 30 phosphate. We'll take it. We'll go on and drop it in. Man, it gets to be a thrum you can almost feel in your feet. Oof. Alright, drop the phosphate in. Let us make phosphorus. And down here, 1, 2, 3. That takes 24 EU per tick, and it runs for 20 ticks. That's a lot of power that it's pulling. Oops. Did it again. Alright, here's 6 more phosphorus. Here's 10 to be dropped into there. 10 lead and antimony. Oh, go back to my mixer. Just still mixing. Doing the last run here. Alrighty, there we go. I'm just going to drop that on in with this. That's coming down. This is not being fed, so it's coming down hard. No, we're going to pull that. Let this catch up a minute. I have succeeded in outrunning my power generation. I got 4 turbines here, but they're basic steam turbine generators. There's a limit to them. I need their LV generators. I need MV. I mean, this thing flatly says it's running MV, so being a little harsh on the system. Meanwhile, I got this still going, and it's doing Scheelite, and eventually it's going to get to this apatite. Got an awful lot of apatite. I cleaned out a vein. I've cleaned out multiple veins this past week, which is why I have so much in the macerator and in both thermal centrifuges. I kind of backlogged my ore processing a bit there. We're at 207, we're coming back up, and we're not doing that at the moment, and we're not doing this at the moment, and go look at, oh, shit, that's where I had the thing. Let's go on and pop that. There we go. That oxy is full. I need a new tank. Need a new tank. Oh lordy, this is full. I can part grind it to get bronze dust back out of it. I don't remember what went into it. It's a shaped crafting thing. Oh, machine casing in a chest. Whoopty shit. Yeah, we'll go on and grind it for the, and we'll do the input hatch and the output bus as well, because they're the same thing. So we'll scoot that over, and I'm going to load these 3 things into here to be scrapped, so that I have somewhere to put this partial tank of helium. I already have a tank of chlorine. Cool. Snake. Now I gotta go make another drum. No, I'm not mass producing these because I'm really uncertain how many I'm going to need, and I don't want to. I'm trying to do this in survival mode. You know? I got enough crap piled up as it is. Give me a break. Steel drum produced. Empty steel drum is in the hot bar. Okay, there we go. That's back up, which means this should be ticking up. Yes, it is. It's ticking up really strongly. Good, good, good. We'll let that come back up before I drop the next manganese phosphide into the electric blast furnace. Shouldn't take but a minute. All right. Let's go back over here and look at our friend the quest book and turn the page to medium voltage. We're here. So where to assembler, I can go to generators, I can go to... Looks like I can go, yeah, that's a straight on through. This is a dependency, but it's just laid on top of the path. All right. MV generator, advanced steam turbine generator. I want to make the advanced steam turbine. I don't have gas being produced yet, and I don't want to build, I don't want to be able to having, I don't want to have to load them with coal individually. If I make steam, I can feed pipes to them and build a boiler and just tend the boiler. In some cases, centralization is a good idea. And get rid of that. Clear a spot there. Alright, let's see, where am I? Let's phosphorus over there so it's not getting in the way of the tools. Steam turbine generator needs 2 of these. Oof. I don't have any of that. I need to make aluminium rod and magnetic steel rod. Means I need to make steel rod. So, I need to make a lot of stuff here. Let's go get a stack of steel to make the steel rod from. I'm going to have to produce this all on low voltage equipment. Well, I mean, the guy who invented the car rode a horse. Okay. I need steel rod. And yes, I'm starting this without checking over here 236, I'm good. Well, I'm okay. I'm not really good. I'm okay. That's going to be going for a bit. I'm also going to need to make a bunch of other stuff. I need aluminium. I'm going to get a stack of aluminium here. How we doing? 640 at that. 639, 968 there. We're going to go here, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 120 per tick, and this runs 44 seconds instead of 50 seconds. It actually takes less power to smelt aluminium than it does manganese phosphide. It's a shorter cycle time by 6 seconds. That's a lot of EU right. Whoops, a lot of EU right there. Okay, so that's going to be being pulled down, which means it's getting recharged instead of this one. So the real impact is going to be seen over here. Okay, we've cleared another spot here. We're going to be doing appetite for like forever. Ooh. Okay, stone dust I can put away, molybdenum, magnesium, aluminium. Oh, I got the aluminium there. Alright, it'll get put away with it. Screw it, I can always get more. I'm going to have to go look up what I do with those, and I don't want to haul them off somewhere else until I'm sure. There's our lead coming in, still coming in. How we doing there? We're okay on coal dust. We only used up 2 so far. Let's go put away here. Oh, the lead doesn't have a put away. Okay, let's put the lead down on this end by the 10. Put it there. Cool. How's our lathe doing? We have completed our first stack of steel rods. And are working on our second stack, and eventually we'll take a stack to the polarizer, but that's going to be a few minutes. That's beating up on my system in here. Oh hey, we got past some, we're doing tricalcium phosphate here. Oh right, I did that intentionally, didn't I? It's been more than 5 minutes, I forgot. Oh, let's see, phosphate, yeah, we're turning out some phosphate, not a lot. Oxy, we're good there. Coal dust on these, we're good on fueling. Over here, we are making aluminium ingot and about to start our last one for the run. And then we let the system recover. I'm going to need aluminium rods, and I'm going to need those steel rods. So some of these steel rods are going to have to be magnetized, and that's going to be an entire thing. I don't think I have anything left in there. I have a bunch of stuff in waiting in here. Grosseler and bauxite, precursor to aluminium, magnetite for iron. olivine and pyrochlor and so forth, all sorts of interesting things. This is Greg Tech is reminding me very strongly, I've mentioned it before, of the immersive geology mod that goes along with immersive engineering. Okay, we have finished. We have these, and this is now recovering. We'll check back in a minute. Aluminium, I've now got 96 aluminium ingots. Trying to get a little bit of a buffer. And we're done making iron rod, or steel rod, excuse me. And check this and see this, yeah, this needs to recover up above 200 here. Gonna be a minute. Gonna be a few. How we doing here? I'm not going to add anything to that. I've got stuff I could put in it, but I don't want to. I want it to run out so that I can let that system recover empty for a few minutes. I've really overstressed it badly, and I'd like to have my buffer back. Thank you. Here we are. We are in recovery. Good. Alrighty, coming along. This thing, by the way, is a cutter, and it's using water as a lubricant, because that's a really easy one to do, and yes, I am using Create to run a pipe to a steel drum that then supplies it with water. So I'm mixing mods rather freely. This pack actually seems to encourage it. Okay, that's recovering. That's recovering there. As far as the power systems go, I have this I want to turn into wire, but it's not that critical, and this that I want to turn into ingots, which is going to happen as soon as this is recovered. Well, it's recovered up to 590. That's good. That's good enough. Fire that up. That recovers a lot faster than this one. Oh, let's see what happens if I drop half of these into the polarizer. Boop. It's pretty quick. Wow, that's a deep sound that it is making. Oh man, that's I don't know if you can hear it, but there is a bass note that this thing is producing that is very much like the sound that an old CRT used to make when you degaussed it. I had, when I was at MCI, yeah, that'll date the event a bit. I was at MCI before WorldCom bought it, and I had a CRT monitor capable of displaying two legal-size pages side by side. I was doing technical writing and some fairly complex documentation. I ended up doing some database development and added a couple of little extra functions so that I built a config file management tool for a server-based platform, so you could control the config files for all the different functions from a central location and push them out and have them staged and rolled into production at the next bounce. And when I degaussed that monitor, which you have to do with a big monitor like that every now and then, when I degaussed it, it caused the monitors in all the surrounding cubicles to flicker. I can only imagine the kind of magnetic pulse that it was putting out and what that was doing to people's floppies and USB drives and stuff. Can only imagine. That thing made a thrum. This polarizer has got the thrum, the magnetic thrum. And yes, I know I was talking over it, but screw that. I mean, this is a stream, I'm supposed to talk. We are chugging along. We're okay over here. We'll survive. Ah, Lordy. Appetite forever. Ooh. Drowning in the stuff. Like I said, I cleaned out a vein. When you go cleaning out a vein of metal in this world, it's a lot. Ooh. Okay, I have been trying to get phosphate here, but I have materials here to go on and make the soldering compound and clean up that last item here. 167, and I really want to, I'm going to go on and roll this wire. Stretch. Ow. Ooh, trying not to have my back go into spasm again. Man, I stretched yesterday morning and my upper back went kapow. And just was... I had to lie down on the floor for a bit, take a muscle relaxer, and was, you know, clocked into work, looped on muscle relaxants, which is not a good thing. I really don't recommend it. Got one more to go. Got none more to go. We are doing the last one. Okay. Coming along, coming along. How we doing over here? That's just... I don't know why I keep checking those. Force of habit. Okay, that's come down a ways. We're almost done here. How we doing here? Oh, sugar. That's getting a little low. Let's go reload that, shall we? How much room do I have? Not a lot. I need to unload some stuff up here. Where I'm going to put it, I have no fucking idea. I've got so much crap in here already. How that went. Cool. And... okay, I do have room for those. The small lithium batteries I should pull. Those are things I should have charged up and in my backpack. Along with like this one. And these two. Because this thing runs through juice really fast, and I have to recharge it in the field a lot. I was working on this. I've got that. I do not have this. I need cupronickel wire and 1x copper cable and aluminium rod. I gotta go do aluminium rod in the lathe. Permanently. You're kidding. Oh, damn it. I have to have liquid rubber before I can finish this. I've got multiple technologies I've got to hit before I can achieve the damn generator. Arg, arg, farg. Okay. Gonna have to drop back in pond here. Let me check this thing. Advanced extruder, the biggest upgrade you'll make. What does it take? Who knows what all it takes? It takes good electronic circuits, which I know I can make. I can do that. This thing takes this, which takes that, which I can't make. How do I get to here? How do I get there? There is a path there. It's not always obvious. Sometimes this mod pack is partly about figuring out how to get from here to here. There's some puzzles inherent in the path where I'm going to have to just work it out. In the meantime, I have stuff that I am producing, stuff that I am scrapping, stuff that I am building. I have antimony dust working. It's not quite done. I'm going to leave it for right now. That has 29 coal dust. It's fine for a good long while. I'm not sure what's going into this space at this point. I can tell you that this isn't going. This configuration didn't work. It isn't going to work. We're going to take that back to there. We're just going to take it all the way back to that point. Take these, two of them full of water, and I have some pipe here that could go back up this way. I have a chest that's got some pipe in. There we are. Yeah, the furnaces are pretty much quiet right now. I built up a vast amount of steel, as you can see, and have been trying to get my iron caught up to it. Actually, I outran a bit. Then over here, I've still got all this to figure out what to do with. I could take out the garden. I don't need it now that I'm in peaceful mode, but I want my damn garden. I like seeing the plants growing. It's also why I've left all these vines, despite some of them being in the way. They do get in the way at times. I occasionally have to cut them back, but I like having them. Why, one of the reasons I moved into this place is I liked the atmosphere. I liked the mushroom block and the vines growing and stuff, you know? And that's no longer running. That's up. This is up. I should have some aluminium in here or something. Alright, let me go get some aluminium. I'm gonna grab 6. A little slow, but it's better to make slow progress than no progress. Part of it is I'm still learning how to manage the power systems. I'm starting to get the hang of it, and realizing where I've made errors in my design. I mean, they're rookie mistakes, the kind of thing you would expect somebody who's not done this before to do. All right, what I need is half a stack. There you go. Let's see, and I need to go to the lathe, and I'm going to make aluminum rod. And hope I don't run this down too hard. The lathe doesn't generally run it down all that badly. Oh, Glorioski. All right, liquid rubber. Liquid rubber, they're using an extractor maybe to produce it. If I can, I know I can make, I've got rubber sheet and rubber ingot, I've got that. How to make it into a liquid, the extractor comes to mind. We'll check the recipe. Follow the recipe. It's possible, it just may not be obvious. Nothing in this mod pack has been impossible to do so far. Some of it's been frustratingly non-obvious as to how to make it happen. Aluminium rod made. And we are at 183. Good, we didn't lose much. Didn't lose much. Okay, we're good. We're good. Back up here, and is there any place anything I can take out that I'm not using? I mean, Glorioski, the gearboxing could go over in a supply chest. You know, over here with the rest of the loose parts. Dagnabbit. This is what happens when you have not networked. When you have unnetworked storage, end up with stuff scattered across multiple containment. There we go. And really, like playing Husker Du. No, I don't mean the crappy college radio station band. And no, I didn't like them. It's my opinion, get your own. Ain't touching that fucking plutonium. It got mined up with some other stuff, and now I'm really regretting having it. Can't make a hazmat suit until I can make some artificial rubber. I got a wire mill. I got some wire right here. Its name is Paul Revere. That don't work. That really don't work. I love that song. It's so easy to mess with. My Celtic heritage showing here of using music to express things. Okay, we have made some aluminium. This is charging up. Give it a moment. Okay, there's that. Done. Whoops. Did it again. And now we're charging up over here. Cool beans. A little glitchy in the sound. A little glitchy in the game. This is not good. I can only run this for so long before it gets a little twitchy. Also, my heat is running really high. Why is my heat running so high? Fans? Fans need to be cleaned. Okay, need to take my cooling fan out back and blow it out after the stream. Okay, we're recovering. We're almost back up to 200 here. Go to the wire mill, it's empty. We go here, this needs to be done, but can't be done yet. If I'm up over 200, do I want to do more of this? I actually do want to do more of this. Let's just do one at a time here and see how it does. Ooch. Wow, that knocks that down. Yeah, I've got to have more turbines, obviously. The 4-turbine model I'm using over here is more effective, and I could add a 5th turbine on top if I needed to. At 4, I'm using the 40% pretty effectively, I think. If I put a 5th up there, I could crank this open a little more, but then it would inhale coal. Oh, shoot. I knew there was something I had forgotten. Vroom, zoom, zoom. We do not want to let that thing run dry. Well, run out of fuel. It ain't gonna run dry. It's got to create pump into an infinite water source. But I don't want it to run out of fuel because I need to keep those turbines cranking as much power as I'm demanding. Where the hell did I come up with this yellow garnet dust? Must have picked it up out of when I picked up the other stuff. No idea. We'll do a dust pickup here, clear space, and I'm going to go on and take the olivine and the pyrochlor and run it over here. Oh, the pyrochlor doesn't have a place to go. Pyrochlor needs a place to go. Pyrochlor is a dust. It's going to go up here, partly because it'd be hell to see against the spruce, or the dark oak, excuse me. It's easier to see against the spruce. Alright, how we doing? We're at 200. I'm going to run a couple more. Alright, I needed to check the recipe on a thing. Let me do this, and then I need to check the recipe. Right, this is finishing its batch. By now, This should have recovered, and it has. So I'm going to go on and throw in for another batch of these. And while that's running, check my recipe. Let's see. Chemical reactor. No, it wants me to set up the chemical reactor and drop in raw rubber pulp and sulfur dust in there in order to get the liquid rubber. Okay, so I just need to put a chemical reactor next to the assembler so that I can feed in liquid rubber. And that's going to be a dedicated production line. It's going to be dedicated to putting rubber insulation on the on wire. Not necessarily. Oh hey, are we done? We're done, and we have 40 antimony and 58 bronze dust. That's actually a pretty nice recovery there. Let's go put this in here. And the bronze dust is a metal, and it's going to go down here. Okay, I didn't see any brick dust. That's okay. I don't care. I got the bronze back. Bronze firebox casing. I'm going to drop that in and see if anything, what it does. I get bronze dust. Okay, cool. Not like I was ever going to use those for anything again. Working on getting some of this stuff recovered so that I can do something else with the space. Alright. Yeah, recycling some of my old equipment here. How are we doing here? We have 2 left to go. And the battery here is at 520. We're good. Coal supply. We got coal in the barrel. We're at 194. I need to be building the next line, which means I need to be thinking about boilers. Is there a path here that is going to want me to build a steel boiler? Now, mixer, steel alloys, advanced cutter, travel anchors, auto crafting. That's the AE2. That's AE2 auto crafting. Okay. So this is leading me into AE2, which is about bloody time. It is possible to speedrun AE2 in its regular version, but yeah, a lot of mod packs put it as a late game thing, which is kind of frustrating. I am looking at this for seeing all your hot ingots to the chemical bath. Yeah, while keeping everything automated. Upgrade your EBF, open chips, ultimate smelter, advanced circuit assembler. Alright. Let's go into here and look at the boilers. because I've built the large bronze. There's a large steel, a large titanium, and a large tungsten steel. The large steel boiler requires shit I can't put together yet. Okay. Yeah, I can't do any of this. This requires the advanced circuit assembler. Okay, I cannot build a steel boiler yet, but I can do a large bronze boiler. So I'm going to do a large bronze boiler, and that means I'm going to bring this pipe down. Alright. So I'm going to need another of these. And this time I need to be thinking about where the steam output is. The steam output needs to be next to the controller. The water input goes on the back, obviously. I've got some places I can put it. Alright. Oh, I need to put the steam output around on the front. Alright. Oh, man. I just recycled that steam machine casing and the bronze firebox casing. Well, isn't that just extra special? Okay. I have to freely admit here that I am being a dingus and not looking ahead. Okay, what do I need here? Let us look at the large bronze boiler. And it needs bronze firebox casing, which takes bronze frame and an awful lot of bronze. Let us take this bronze that I have just recycled and make it back into the thing that I just recycled it from. Failure to plan ahead. Got excited and have made more work for myself. Okay, in the meantime, I got an awful lot of bronze already, so I should be able to just go on and do this. I just got to make 4 of these. That's going to be a pill. Alright. Make up some of those because I'm going to need some for the base and some to go into this. Alright, basic electronic circuit. I am missing sticky resin and paper? What? Oh, you're kidding. Gotta go make stuff. I gotta go make stuff. Gosh darn it. This is gonna be a little frustrating. Alright, what about... I can't build the module, but I can build the parts. I'm gonna need a maintenance hatch, a muffler hatch, the output and input bus. Need an input bus. Easy enough to do. I need an output bus. I need an input bus. Okay, got an output bus, got an input bus. Hatch. Steam input hatch? Oh, hold on. Boiler. Need a maintenance hatch. Need a muffler hatch. Clear that. Maintenance hatch. Need an LV machine hull. Easy enough to come by. Then I need to move stuff down off the top row and pull a bunch of tools out of my tool belt, because I can't use them when they're in the tool belt. Okay, what else are you going to say I'm missing? I'm missing the mallet. Okay, there's the mallet. Alright, can I go on and do this thing now, please? Here is my maintenance hatch, and something broke? Sounded like a breaking noise. When did I not... I don't know. I need a muffler hatch for LV here, which requires a normal bronze pipe. No space here. Give me a barrel or a chest or whatever I've got handy. I got chests over here, I think. Yes. Chest. And we're going to start putting parts out in a box. Alright, input bus, output bus, maintenance hatch. Those can all go there. Okay. The diving helmet and back tank can go there. Much better than the thin air respirator. The respirator doesn't last very long, and you have to carry a pack of them and constantly replace them. Whereas the copper back tank with capacity 3 cast on it, thank you to a Ruin Portal and a spellbook I found, gives me much more air supply for mining in the deep or in the nether. There is no air in the nether. You have to take air with you. Alright, why have I got those plates? I shouldn't have these plates. They should be in there. Alright, I got a couple of busted tools here I'm going to replace. Muffler hatch. I need this, which means I need more steel plate. Dagnabbit. Okay, more steel plate. This is not doing anything at this time. We are at 240. Good, because I'm about to beat it up a bit. Called a bender, but it's a rolling mill. The GregTech machines are all, a lot of them are called active things like bender or washer or polarizer. I do believe the proper term for this device is a rolling mill, because it's using big rollers here to passing the ingot through to make it into plate. That's going to be a minute. Let's go see what else I can do while I'm waiting for that to happen. What do we got going over here? Nothing? I got some wire to be made. I got that caught up. That's caught up. This is okay on fuel. Have I got any? I don't think I have any. No, I would need to make some, and I can't right now, but I can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 aluminium. Yeah, even I'm tripping over it. I can't help it. I was raised in the United States, which mispronounces shit. IUM is the proper chemical elemental ending. Dropping the I takes it out of alignment with the rest of the periodic table. And my OCD is strong enough that not fitting just itches at me. That's going to be done in a minute. Alright, I got aluminium cooking in the electric blast furnace. It's up to speed on fuel. Working on making some stuff. Building a large bronze, another of these beasts, in order to power a new production line. Because, among other things, I'm going to have to put a chemical reactor next to an assembler in order to make the copper cable I need to make the advanced steam turbine and actually move up to MV. So I'm working on moving up to MV. It's going to take a little while. What I'm working toward is being able to generate electricity at MV levels. To do that, I'm gonna have to go build this damn boiler. Muffler needed motor. Motor needs, oh, am I in that? Muffler needs motor. Motor is made. Muffler just needs the steel plate. Let's go get the steel plate. Steel plate obtained. We are at 184. Drop it in there so that it's available, and bungity bungity bow. Make that. Make that. Make that. Muffler hatches. I've made a muffler hatch before. Why is it questing now? Because I had something in the way, obviously. Somewhere along the way, I did something out of sequence or something, and yeah, I've got quests popping off back here, I think, somewhere. I don't even know where it is, you know? Let's get over to here. Alright, back here, and I've got that done. Now what do I need? Alright, so large bronze boiler, multi-block. I've got the maintenance hatch. I got the muffler hatch. I need an output hatch and an input hatch. I've got the output and input bus. Alright, output hatch, input hatch. I need a bunch of steam machine casing. I've got the firebox casing. I need steam machine casing. Which, where is it? There it is. Steam machine casing. I need 23 of them. Of course, I can't make 23. I can only make 24. Okay. About wearing out another tool here. I'm going to have to do some tool replacement in the near future. Where does this bronze plate go? there, obviously. Okay, what else am I missing? What am I missing? Over here. Okay, I need steam machine casing. I need the boilers, I need the maintenance hatch, got it done. Muffler hatch, got it done. Bus, output bus, maintenance hatch, muffler hatch. I don't have the input and output hatches. I need input and output hatches. I don't think I needed that output bus. Steam machine casing, bronze firebox casing. Got the jumping around a bit. Not showing me what it actually is. Input bus, output hatch, input hatch. I need an input hatch and an output hatch is what I need. Let's bit back over here and make a steam input hatch and an output hatch. Okay. Hatch. Oh, maybe I do need the ULV. Alright, that's my fluid input. I'm actually going to make an LV input hatch, which requires me to do what? Go to the assembler with what? With glue, and do LV machine hull barrel. Okay. And then the output, LV output hatch. Here's my output hatch. Is going to require a barrel on a different program. Okay, I need 2 barrels, 2 LV machine hulls, and I need my glue wherever it is. I've got a drum of glue around here somewhere. I just had to find it. In the meantime, I need hull. I need 2 LV machine hulls. I'm not going to get this done this morning. Okay. Two of those. Whoops. Barrel. Why is it doing that? Quit trying to use my damn planks. They're expensive. Use the cheap planks. That's what they're there for. Now where'd the fool slab go? There it is. Get it to use the right thing. All right. We are hitting the top of the hour. Now I'm going to check on a thing here. Does not look like we have anybody to throw to. So, well, I had, whoops, there we go. Really hoped to get all the way, to get into MV. I sort of have, but I'd really hoped to get into MV this morning on stream, but I failed to read ahead in the quest book and did not realize how far I had yet to go, and then recycled some stuff that I now have to remake. So we'll see how this goes. It's going to be another week. I will be back next Saturday, same bat time, same bat channel, 8 a.m. UTC -6, with more Minecraft Trains and Tech featuring Greg Tech as I continue to work through this mod pack. I'm intending to work all the way through it if I can. If I don't burn out on it. And we'll see what happens. In the meantime, I will also be back tomorrow night, Sunday night at 8:30 p.m. Same channel, different bat time. And we'll be playing Roots of Pacha, which is a wonderful, cozy farm sim and romantic dating sim in a much more reasonable society than the one I live in. Join me then. Join me when you can. Always glad to have people in the chat. And until then, safe journey, space fans, wherever you may be.